Hi, my name's Wendy and this is Gracie. I'm a 67-year-old mother, grandmother, dog mum. My first job in mining was working on the drill rigs remotely. I worked as a field assistant for 10 years. I loved the variety of work, the country, the people, and then flying back to city life and family. I thought my job was safe. We had our procedures to follow. We had all the safety gear and everybody followed their procedures to a T. I never thought that that job would lead to silicosis.
Silicosis is a very severe, progressive lung condition that is terminal. There's no cure and people are forced to live with it for the rest of their life.
2019 I was struggling with fatigue, muscle weakness, joint pain, and then in 2020 I visited my doctor and that's when he did an X-ray and found scarring on my lungs. I asked him if it was serious and he said yes, it's very serious.
Silica dust is the new asbestos. Wendy's condition was wholly preventable. Wendy was so shocked by her diagnosis and had no idea she was at risk of being diagnosed with silicosis. Employers are not doing enough to protect our workers from being exposed to silica dust. And it's not just working underground or in tunnels or as a stonemason. It's people like Wendy who are wearing PPE, who are in workshops, that are being exposed, that are still getting diagnosed with these conditions.
I was told I wasn't allowed to go back to work, not to be exposed to any more dust. What I was most scared of was having to inform my employer. It was important in my work because I've always been used to working. I just went into panic mode. How am I going to support myself? Where do I go from here?
If a worker's forced to leave an industry that they've worked in for a very long time, it can have a huge effect on their mental health.
The scarring's progressed and the oxygen levels are still low. There's no cure for silicosis. We contacted Maurice, Blackburn and Grace and Jonathan. They came to the house, made me feel comfortable, got me to tell my story, and it made it very easy.
I think we often come into people's lives when it's the most distressing time for them and they're forced to make long-term, very difficult decisions about their life and their work and where they're living. We just offer the best service that we possibly can to advise them on their entitlements and progress their matters as quickly as possible.
I was very worried about the cost because I wasn't in any financial position. Grace and Jonathan were very upfront with their prices and being a no-win, no-fee, I felt more comfortable.
In addition to workers' compensation entitlements, we were able to pursue a common law claim in the courts for Wendy, which is a lump sum damages claim where we can claim pain and suffering, any out-of-pocket medical expenses and Wendy's future care needs. Being able to obtain that financial compensation for Wendy took the pressure off her and what her future looked like, and Wendy was able to use the compensation to move closer to her family on the Gold Coast so that she can spend more time with her grandchildren.
It's been a couple of years since I first met Grace and Jonathan, more on a friend basis now.
Wendy named her dog Gracie after she'd met me.
Go on, Gracie, settle down.
Working with Wendy has been an absolute pleasure. It's been very easy to assist Wendy. She's very lovely to deal with and I've been really honoured and grateful to be a part of her life.
She makes me feel very comfortable. Nothing's too much trouble for her. I felt support.
When I meet with someone like Wendy, I see a grandmother and a mother, and it's almost like someone from your own family is needing assistance and you want to give them the best service possible so that they can move on with their life and focus on their health and spending time with their family.